because we have all this. I'm not, we're leveraging them and I'm not cutting them up. Well, it's limits is where I have problems. Okay. All right, I wasn't sure. Now, Kim, I have folding tables. Now, do you think we're going to need the microphone?
It won't work.
It's all portable. Go. Up behind you like that.
This is the Romeo, where art thou, Romeo? Thank you. And thank you. Maybe I should save these for dessert, or should I bring them out?
Hi.
Buy something for your bag to go with you.
This is Bob.
I have enough.
Do you really?
Yeah. Doing okay.
Good.
It was a short day.
Today was a short 30 miles today.
We can do it maybe right here.
Yeah, sure. And I don't have my bike shorts on because I thought it might be a little cooler after a while.
We are a house of worship. This is a sanctuary. It is a sacred place, and we treat everyone here with reverence, love, kindness, acceptance, and respect. So that's all I ask, is that in any dialogue, discourse, that we just keep that in mind, that we are in a house of worship. And other than that, have a wonderful, informative evening. And to all the folks that brought food, we thank you for your efforts and your contributions to this.
I'll tell the cars later.
Yeah, it's like the
We're doing
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hold it close to your mouth.
Okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'm Bob Sanders. I'm biking across the country. Yeah, I've been thinking about this for years. But I wanted to do it for a cause. In the beginning, I was going to do it, I was thinking of starting a group called, actually filled out paperwork on it, called Biking Old or Bold. And I was going to do it to expand and defend Medicare. Sort of like Bernie's Medicare for all, except it would be more graduate. We have Medicare for as much Medicare for as many people as you can possibly get away with. That doesn't sound like a catchy slogan. Anyway, I still support that, but shortly after I retired and wanted to get this thing going in earnest, October 7th happened, and it was like I retired in May and it happened in October, and that derailed me. It really obviously the attack itself was horrible, and no way do I support Hamas even without the attack. But I'm not in the United States trying to dictate what Palestine is doing. Palestine has to choose its own leaders, and if they choose Hamas, I think it's a mistake, but we chose Trump, so who are we to talk?
You got it.
But what Israel is doing is 50 to 60 and counting October 7th, happening every day. It's just the number of people are, is 50 or 62,000 now, compared to 1,200 on October 7th. The 20 hostages who are starving, compare that to 100,000 people at least who are starving all throughout Palestine. You got to have some perspective. It's really bad when hostages starve, but we're cutting out the food to come in. We're bombing hospitals so people can't get medical care. And they said, well, the hostages aren't getting medical care. Well, so is the rest of the country not getting medical care.
That's right.
This is a horror. This is, I mean, and for this to be perpetuated by a Jewish nation formed in a response to the Holocaust. I mean, what lesson have we learned from the Holocaust to inflict it on somebody else? I mean, this is not what I thought Judaism was all about. So I failed to mention that I'm Jewish, and I'm not very religious. But one thing I was brought up in is that the main lesson of the Holocaust is that never again, and that doesn't mean just Jews. That means never again for anybody. I mean, my father, he marched after Martin Luther King's death. My mother opposed the Vietnam War at a very early age, but I could not talk with them about Israel. And so I didn't talk with them about Israel, and I didn't bring this issue up for years and years and years until finally I couldn't look away anymore. And I'm somewhat ashamed that I looked the other way, because that's what people did when we were getting massacred. One of the reasons I wanted to do this is that I wanted to show that Jews are against this war. I mean, there are great organizations like Jewish Voice for Peace that are doing this. So I'm just one other person trying to do this in another way. I love it when there are organizations and people are talking to each other that haven't talked to each other. Because I invite everybody. I support the Palestinians' right to rebel against the occupation. You know, I don't support killing innocent civilians, but Israel is so much better at that. I mean, when you talk about the person that kills one and you talk about the person that kills 50, one is a murderer. Israel is a mass murderer, and they should be brought to justice. It's also a raw wound on our consciousness, on the world's conscience, to allow this to happen, to not make it a big issue, like I didn't make it a big issue. I finally saw the light on this. I call it genocide. I avoided that word till almost about 3 or 4 weeks ago. I wanted to call it anything else. I wanted to call it, ethnic cleansing. I wanted to call it mass murder. Anything but genocide, because I just couldn't believe a Jewish nation would commit genocide.
My question is, you said until a couple weeks ago, you said 3 weeks, right? You weren't calling it a genocide. How were you able to see anything differently until 3 weeks ago?
One, I thought that Israel didn't really want to kill all the Palestinians or try to kill them. They just wanted to get rid of them, and if they died, they didn't care. So I thought that's more ethnic cleansing than the actual goal of the Holocaust, which was to kill all the Jews, not just to get rid of them, but to track them down in different countries and kill them. But Israel is not letting people go. They don't really want people to flee because they don't let them flee. So I think that to me is they want to basically the solution for Israel, the Palestinians, is similar to the solution for the Jews. It's the final solution. It's to kill them all. I think that's made me convinced that this is not just ethnic cleansing, that it is.
I guess what everything else was there. What 3 weeks ago tipped?
Real reason, I'm giving you the intellectual stuff, but the real reason, my heart, is that I didn't want to believe that a Jewish nation would commit genocide. And just like a lot of people didn't really believe that Germany would actually be trying to kill all the Jews. But so we see ourselves as the victims, and we can't see ourselves as the perpetrators. And I didn't go along with that, but I did to some extent. Or attacking a hospital because there might be some tunnels underneath. I mean, there are sick patients in the hospital. This is ridiculous. You just don't do that. You know, you find another way. And this whole idea that the Hamas is embedded with the civilians as if they're, you know, using them as shields. I mean, they live there. I mean, what do you want them to do? Go out in the desert and just say, bomb me? I mean, the logic is just crazy. Well, you all know that.
Hi, my name is Noor. So I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. But I also felt after October 7th that I knew what Israel was capable of, and what the government running Israel, and unfortunately what a lot of Israeli Jews are primed to dehumanize Palestinians, and the result is just beyond devastating. I care about Israelis. I care about what happened October 7th. I have family in Israel. My mom lives in Israel. I have a cousin who has been protesting Netanyahu for a long time. Before Trump got elected, she told me that Trump is America's Netanyahu. You know, their lives are not safer by what Israel is doing to Palestinians. The more Palestinians are killed, that doesn't improve the lives of anybody. So I think it's really important to speak out against.
Free Palestine! Who do you make the checks out to if people want to write checks?
New Hampshire Peace Action. And if you want